After a weekend of reflection, conversation, and apology, the decision now made. Selina Robinson no longer BC's Minister of Advanced Education.
We have reached a challenging but necessary decision that Selina will be stepping down.
Robinson, a prominent member of both EB's cabinet and the Jewish community, will remain in the NDP caucus. She has been heavily criticized since these comments were posted Thursday, viewed millions of times on social media.
We have a whole generation, and we know from the data that it's 18 to 34-year-olds that have no idea about the Holocaust. They don't even think it happened. They don't even understand that Israel was offered to the Jews who were displaced. So they have no connection to how it started. They don't understand that it was a crappy piece of land with nothing on it. There were, several 100,000 people, but other than that, it didn't produce an economy.
Since then, the response has been swift. Members of the Palestinian community here describe this as racism, and Muslim leadership sending a joint letter banning NDP candidates and MLAs from mosques.
You can't come and appease us at any given time and not take our concerns seriously and not protect our communities from harmful remarks.
Robinson also used First Nations as a metaphor for the conflict for Israel and Palestine, something also described by the Premier as hurtful. Robinson not joining EB for the announcement, releasing this statement instead. This decision does not excuse my harmful comments, it reads, nor does it absolve me of the work I am committed to doing. While I had previously decided not to run again in the next election, I remain committed to my constituents for the remainder of my term.
I think it's important when harm is caused that you reach out to the community that has been hurt, you identify how you can make it better, and then you start on that work.
The NDP caucus meeting in Surrey Monday. Joining them, dozens of protesters calling for her resignation. The Jewish community, who Robinson championed, in shock about the decision.
Selina Robinson was not just the Jew in the room, but she brought a very important voice and perspective that was needed for our Premier and for our province. And that voice isn't around the table now anymore at a time when our community is very much in danger.
Okay, Richard, so what happens now, and is there any talk of who might replace Selina Robinson?
For now, the Premier says that Brenda Bailey, the Jobs Minister, will take over, and ultimately the Premier needs to put someone more permanent in this job. Post-secondary education, a big portfolio dealing with the big issue right now of those visas for foreign students. As for what happens in different community, the BC Alliance of Students sending out a statement. They say that the province has a lot of work to ensure that Muslim students feel safe on campus following these comments. As for the Jewish community, you heard a little bit there, but they are deeply concerned now as well and believe that those in the Jewish community should no longer support the NDP because of the message it sends to remove Robinson from cabinet after her apologies.